My name is Nunu Nchingila, and I sit on the Ivanhoe board and I chair the Sustainability Committee. Today, I'll share with you our approach towards sustainability, the work that we do on the environment, social, and governance in all our operations in the region. The greatest challenge that's facing Africa today is the fact that Africa needs to accelerate economic growth in order to be able to lift millions and millions of people out of poverty. That's on one hand. On the other hand is the need to adhere to climate action. Today, the single biggest opportunity that Africa has is that it holds 60% of the minerals that the world needs for the energy transition. So with the right policy framework and sustainable practices, I believe that Africa can lead the transition that the world so desperately needs today. Africa itself has an opportunity to close the energy deficit through renewable energy. The region is endowed with natural sources of clean energy like solar and hydro. Both these can be harnessed to drive industrialization. Combined with accelerating infrastructure and rural development and building of smart cities, all these would catalyze the development of the region while contributing to the global net zero transition. Mining is very, very important in the development of the continent. The mining vision, as articulated by the African Union and Agenda 2063, points to the importance of mining in the development of member states. So a thriving mining sector is important in providing training, jobs, and sustainable livelihoods for a growing African population. Over the last 29 years, Ivanhoe Mines has been investing in Africa through an approach underpinned by respect, reliability, and trust. We are proud of what we've achieved so far in our 4 key assets in Africa. Kamoa-Kakula mining complex in the DRC has entered full production, extracting high-grade copper using the latest technology to reduce environmental impact. Adjacent to Kamoa-Kakula, we continue exploration in the Western Forelands. We are confident of the potential of this area to yield high-grade copper. We have completed upgrading the Kipushi mine in the DRC. We're excited to bring this 100-year-old mine back to life. According to independent studies, this mine will yield the world's highest grade zinc. Finally, in South Africa, Platreef will produce PGMs, including nickel, copper, rhodium, and gold. Sustainability is at the core of how Ivanhoe Mine does its business in Africa. It is in the what we mine and how we mine. We consider sustainability when we select projects. We focus on minerals that are required by the world for a resilient future. Metals like copper, zinc, nickel, and platinum, these are critical to clean energy and green technologies. As we explore these minerals, we are very intentional about how we treat the environment, making sure that we minimize our impact and create lasting value for our host communities and governments.
In 2012, Kamoa established a Sustainable Livelihoods Initiatives, whereby local farmers are trained and equipped in the skill of farming and set up with farming initiatives nearby their homes. These lead farmers then train other community members with a view to expanding farming operations throughout the communities. Through the introduction of electricity, the farming operations have been significantly upscaled. For example, drip irrigation made possible at the banana plantation, where a group of women are the sole owners of the plantation, have enabled this project to be greatly expanded. The Fish Pond Initiative, which commenced with a pilot project of just 5 ponds, has now been expanded so that there are over 100 fish ponds in the area. The fish ponds are constructed and equipped for local community members from host communities around the mine and contain tilapia and catfish, which are sold to the mine and areas around the mine. Electricity has helped by making better pumping possible for these fish ponds, and the introduction of electricity has enabled Kamoa to greatly expand this project and increase its range. The electrification of our Kamoa mine has enabled us to establish 2 businesses just adjacent to the Kamoa camp facility. These are a sewing company and a brick-making company. The sewing company provides all the mine's personal protective equipment as well as other items such as tablecloths, bedding and so on. The brick-making company provides all the mine's bricks for mine construction as well as bricks for the camp and facilities construction. Ivanhoe regards access to water as imperative to life and dignity. We have therefore installed solar power water wells in host communities around our projects. These water wells provide potable water to host communities in those areas, meaning that they don't have to walk for miles to fetch water from other water sources. The COVID-19 pandemic also highlighted the importance of access to water for hygiene and sanitation.
We are committed to building mines of the future that use technology to minimize the impact on the environment. 38% of our group-wide energy is actually sourced from renewable energy. In DRC, 100% of our energy source is hydroelectric. Adherence to good governance is so important for Ivanhoe to maintain the social license to operate in the countries and communities in Africa. Above that, we promote transparency through various global monitoring mechanisms. In 2021, our stakeholder management processes have yielded over 633 stakeholder meetings with over 10,000 stakeholders engaged. At Ivanhoe, we are committed to fostering diversity because we believe that a diverse workforce is critical for better decision-making and innovation. We are actively addressing the low levels of female participation in mining at all levels in our company, from the junior roles right up to the top structures of our company. We are proud to have a female president.
True to the Ivanhoe Mines spirit, it's not just about the hardware and the hard facts about what copper we will produce and what profits we will make. It's about touching lives. It's about interacting with our communities in our mine's footprint. It's about partnerships, and it's about being environmentally friendly to the areas where we operate in.
Platreef has given us an in-depth experience in terms of managing the diverse stakeholders. One moment we deal with the highest office in our land, the presidency, and the next day we deal with the broad stakeholders sitting under the tree, listening to the challenges that makes everybody to tick every day, and to bring both sides of the story forward to meet in the middle, from operation to strategy, has been quite a learning curve over the years. From a stakeholder perspective, we have the Japanese, we have the Canadians, we have the Chinese, and our local South African communities. And that brings the global perspective into a local context, and that's what makes Platreef unique. We have a diverse workforce who comes from different communities, And what they bring with them is different inputs from different cultures. And that diverse knowledge is what makes us unique, because we looked at the problems from different angles. We believe local employment should be from our host communities, people who wake up in the morning and walk to work, people who have a sense of ownership because they hold 26% of the shares in the company. Those are the people who will really make it work. Skills development is core. It's at the heart of everything that we do, because in terms of social development plan, we have 3 key areas: the skills development, enterprise development, and supply chain management. And we do believe that we are a learning organization. We have a young workforce, and everything depends on the empowerment in terms of making sure that our workforce are highly skilled and they can translate what they learn into action. Mining by its nature is a very challenging work environment. We take safety seriously, and we believe that when a person wakes up in the morning and goes to work, they should be coming back home the same way as they woke up in the morning. We take care of each other, and we have a slogan called Hlokomela. Hlokomela means taking care of each other, making sure that your colleagues that you work with return home safely. Diversity at Platreef means people from all walks of life, from our employees to our other stakeholders, meaning communities, government, shareholders. We all come from different walks of life, but we all have a unique common vision of what we want to achieve to build one of the finest, biggest PGM mine in the world.
Equity is an important driving force in the company. We believe in and practice equal pay for equal work in all our operations. We believe that our stakeholders have a role to contribute and benefit from our operations, from our shareholders to our communities and host governments.